morning. And I'm here. I don't have a PowerPoint today because we didn't realize I was important a few minutes ago. But I'm a USDA veteran, so it's kind of like riding a bicycle. Once you rode it one time, you just have to get back in gear and ride again. So I'm glad to be here. I have been with USDA for 29 years and have worked various programs throughout the state. Presently, I'm an area director in Macon County Tuskegee office, and I serve the eastern part of the state of Alabama. And we do a variety of different programs that's to help rural communities. And I look at USDA rural development as being taking an undeveloped area and creating a city, a town, and a village. Can you imagine an undeveloped area and provide you everything you need to have decent and safe housing, community job creation, and also all the community facilities that you need? We have a program that fits all of those. So that's good. They like to know that we're all here as being an economic summer to try to help small business to grow and to expand it. We have a program as well. So I'm going to briefly talk about a few of them because we got so many. And if I had a PowerPoint, I'd probably be able to touch on every one of them without missing some. But I'm going from, just talking basic knowledge right now. I'm going to first talk about obviously the housing, because housing plays an important role in our community. We can have business, but when we have that decent, safe housing, it also causes business not to want to create those city and town. So we have a housing program which is designed to help a homeowner to create, to buy existing home, or to buy a lot to build a home. Recently, we probably have been, most of my mental service have done so much in the housing arena, have increased the loan limit. In the past, we always thought of us as being that the small box, like the project home. But now we are funding homes up to $251,000, which means that means if it anybody almost category, if you meet those income categories. That's something that you can, a house up to 2,000 square feet. So that is outstanding. That can very well help communities, especially when you have people that's maybe don't have the required down payment to go in the home. It's 100% financing, no down payment. Interest rate 3.125%. That's fixed for 33 years. So when we can do that, that's helping the community to grow. When you see development, you create jobs, you create contractors, you create suppliers. So you always use the funds to revolve, to help so many businesses. And so therefore, when you see money in a town that's rolling like that, that's growth, development. So we're glad to offer that.
Is that tied to a credit score?
We're not driven by credit score, but we do have to check credit. We have, certain things about credit criteria that we, not like a bank, you put in an application, automatically rejected because you don't have a 640. We are financed in 520, 580, 700, 800. Depends on certain things. We look at each case by case, and we try to make sure that homeowner, if they leave our office not having been able to become a homeowner now, we're going to give them the tools to go and get repairs and come back at a later time. So we're not here to compete against other mortgage company aspect. We're here still to provide a decent home to people in that category.
Is it a salary cap?
It is an income limit. We have also changed that as well, have banded income. In the past, it was based on the number of people living in the household, one person, and those limits vary from county to county, so I suggest that if I know we're all from different part of these states, so we have 8 area office, and we need to maybe contact the office in your area to get the exact income limit for that number of people in the household. But we are banded from 1 to 4 person household can house the income, where in the past, you had 1 person and that limited amount, 2 person, a limited amount. Now it's 4, which means give you a flexibility to have more income and have, because you cannot count children. And most of the time you have a husband and wife, and maybe 2 kids or 3 kids. So now banded income is a great thing because it allows you to be able to have more income to qualify for this program.
Can you know that as a radio company?
Can I tell you a little short way because I had to look it up. I get so many numbers I cannot number hard, and I apologize. A certain name kind of it's kind of hard, but I'll be glad to get it to you.
Sure.
Okay.
Is there a website where you can find it out for each county?
It is a website. You go to USDA.gov/Alabama, and it'll have the income limit on that site.
do you do Georgia or surrounding areas, or regional areas?
It's United States, which means all states, including Puerto Rico and Hawaii and Canada. So all states exist. Each state have a different income limit, and each part of the state have a different amount. When I said 251,000, that is for my area, which is included the eastern part of the state. You have some areas that's 280, it might be more, depends on the high cost area. And some areas, the low cost area, which may be in, let's say Coosa, Coosa in the western part of Alabama could be a little less than the 251. But all the eastern part, which is the county I serve, is across the board. Macon, Coosa, Tallapoosa, Lee, Russell, Montgomery, Bullock. I don't have Barbara, but that's not another office in Ozark. But all of my 9 counties, the income is $251,852, which used to be the past. Each county had a different amount. So I like it now across the board. Again, check with your local office to get to the exact amount for that. Also in the house, we have a 504 program, which is designed to help a person that own their home that do not want to buy or build a home. They want to just repair what they have. And that's mostly it's our elder people. They're, you know what I'm saying, at this point I just want to make what I have decent and safe and sound. So we have a program that is designed, it's a 1% interest fixed for 20 years. That is up to $20,000. Also, if the person is 62 years of age or older, we can add some grant money in there, which means $7,500 of grant funds to do things to remove any health or safe hazard. Cannot be cosmetic, but for health and safe hazard, we can be able to use those funds for that purpose. So in conjunction with both of those, we can combine a $20,000 loan with a $7,500 grant. We can get $27,500 to help a homeowner. And that can do quite a bit to a home that a person already owns. Replace a roof or do any, anything that's going to provide decent, safe housing for them.
So we have,
We want to make sure we understand first. That's not a second mortgage, it's just a loan.
That's right. It's a loan, and if it's 6 to 8, you can get a grant, which is no mortgage at all. You can have existing mortgage on your home, so it just be a, if it's less than 7,500, would be a promissory note only, which means that's not a mortgage recorded. But if it's 75 or above, you have to take a mortgage on your home. Okay. All right, we'll move to the next thing.
is that loan, did you say, I'm sorry about it if you said it, but is the loan tied to the value of the home?
We look at underwriting aspect of it, but not as much as you say your conventional credit would. Most cases we do not. Now on our 502 for the $251,000, yes, it will be based on the value of the home. We cannot lend no more than appraised value. Now the 504 program was designed for a person who owned the dwelling. We use the tax assessment value that they have assessed for it, and because the amount is on $20,000, most homes worth more. Now if the home is such poor condition and there's no value, then we unfortunately won't be able to put the funds in those, so that not be a problem. So relative value with the 504 program is not another issue there.
Do you all check resources? Is there a limit on resources, money in the bank and all that?
If a person, yes, if a person, if we have not funds that set aside retirement or for, let's say burial or insurance, though we don't count those. But if a person got, $100,000 in a saving account, of course, then that would be something we would say you have funds available to do those. Should be covered. Let those money be used for someone that really unfortunately don't have it. But we don't count, limited assets that you have, like you have some land or something. We don't make you liquidate those to do those repairs.
So transfer that cash to somebody else.
All right. No more questions on housing? If not, I'll move to our
your process. I know that you have developer funds and whatnot. Can you tell me about that?
development funds.
For housing development.
We have not been funded past year. We do have some for site prep. The business is going to create that to help with the sidewalks and water and sewer. That aspect of it has to be the business aspect, not the housing. And I think I've had someone ask me recently about creating a subdivision. want to put streets and curbs in it, and I'm researching that question now. So you may be with that group that have contacted me, that's because not yet. But right now we're not sure if it's funded, is available for those to help. In the past we have, of course, each year our program changes. It depends, they add and they take away some. So right now we're not sure about it.
In the state of Alabama, do you guys have funding available? Is your program funded, your multifamily housing program? Is that funded here?
We do have multifamily housing, and we, the last several years, there have not been any new money to build new. I cannot speak for other part of the United States. I understand some states.
That's the case in Louisiana, that's why I asked you.
Right. In Alabama, we don't have a need for it because we try not to compete against other developers that's in the area. So if it's a survey that we do every so often, if it appears that it's enough apartments in that surrounding area, then we do not have funds available for new development. But we subsidize the ones that we have. So if a developer already there, then we would provide the assistance to maintain those, to provide decent for very low income applicants. Because everyone don't have and do not want to own a home. They want to be, to the point cannot afford the upkeep of a home, but it's an obligation as well. So we do have a lot of apartments in my area. We have 22 complexes that we maintain. And that each state have, each area, we have 8 areas in the state of Alabama. Each one probably have between 25 and 40 complexes that we have on the program now. But we don't have any money for new development.
I just want to say that I witnessed, I was assisting, someone asked me to assist them with my community development job, and that process is very powerful. So I want to encourage everyone, the commissioners and the council, if you have someone in your area that's interested in housing, your housing program is very strong. You got some people really working to assist some people, so I'm very impressed with the people I was working with.
Okay, the next thing we're going to move on to is our community facility loan, which means it's designed to help provide safe public service. Anything that you can think about to deal with community service, we can provide finance. Speaking of libraries, hospitals, community centers, provide
La